Dobro jutro y Cristo se rodi. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. I'm going to do an energy check-in for the twin flames today. It doesn't feel like Christmas this year. Maybe it's because I never got around to putting up any Christmas decorations because of, everything I've been through and whatnot. I did announce the winner for the free reading giveaway on my community tab. So if you haven't checked that yet, go ahead and check that to see if you're the winner. And if you are, send me an email, divinepisces222@gmail.com, and claim your reading. I'm going to give that person about a week to reach out, and if they don't, then I'm going to choose a new winner. Okay? All right, so first card we've got out today is Jupiter, so Divine Masculine front and center today. I do feel a lot of Divine Masculines are kind of slipping back a little bit into darkness, into dark night of the soul. I don't know if it has something to do with the holidays. I do feel a lot of them are feeling really alone right now, even though they may be surrounded by family. They feel very out of place. They got a lot going on in their heads right now, having a really hard time focusing probably on those around them and the things that are in front of them right now. I do feel they're very much in their heads still. Still going through awakening, still going through ascensions, that sort of thing. And so with that, of course, a lot of darkness comes up, a lot of insecurities kind of come up here. But they're trying to balance it out. I do feel that. I feel like Divine Masculine at this point is really recognizing how truly unhappy they are right now in their situations. And a lot of them are actually focusing on the connection itself. So again, Divine Feminine, I do feel Divine Masculine is reaching out quite a bit in the 5D. So dreams, song messages, telepathy, that sort of thing. You might be getting overwhelming feelings of anger, getting frustration, sadness, depression, anxiety, definitely. I'm feeling anxiety. They just feel really trapped where they're at right now. Okay. Now, if you do receive communication, it may be a little hot and cold. Okay, but I do feel some of you may receive communication. All right. But this is mostly highlighting to me that they're trying to communicate in the 5D still. And I know there's been kind of an uptick in that here recently, and I know a lot of you have said that also. So I know that that's across the collective, and that's actually been coming in my personal readings too as well. But yeah, I definitely... I would try to balance out that solar plexus today, because I am feeling that a lot of you are probably feeling this anxiety today from Divine Masculine. Now, you may be feeling your own anxiety too, okay, because you are mirroring, right? But it's like, sorry, excuse me, it's like I feel like the messages from Source are kind of nonstop. I feel like a lot of Divine Masculines are very overwhelmed right now, and Divine Feminine may be too. They may be feeling a little confused right now, maybe by Divine Masculine's behavior towards them. They may actually be confused by their own behavior too, in certain situations, okay? But definitely feeling very strong sexual energy today. As Divine Masculine battles that darkness. And I know I've said this before, but Divine Feminine, use that energy to manifest, okay? Because it's the best energy you can have. It's the highest vibration. It's very, very powerful. So use this to manifest. And if you think about it this way, I know sometimes it can be really overwhelming, it can be really distracting. But if you think about it this way, in a way, your masculine is actually helping you manifest the things that you want by sending you this energy. So if you think about it that way, they're almost in cooperation. It actually is kind of a cooperation, okay? In helping Divine Feminine bring up her own vibration and manifest the things that she needs to manifest, okay? And that being said, you know, I'm still feeling some walls are up here. Definitely. I'm feeling some boundaries are definitely set here, okay? And there may be some triggers because of the boundaries that are set, okay? So keep that in mind if you're feeling triggered. Again, I would definitely recommend doing a solar plexus clearing, okay, because that's your trigger chakra if you're feeling, you know, anxious or whatever. But there's still a lot of ego coming in. I feel Divine Masculine very much still in ego right now, okay? It's breaking down. It is little bit by little bit, but it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back at this point. I feel a lot of towers coming for Divine Masculine toward the end of the year, especially as, you know, has to do with karmic situations and family and that sort of thing. Okay, so I do feel that coming. Divine Feminine, I do feel at this point is embracing her towers, even though she feels like sometimes maybe they're unfair. And that may be where some of that confused energy for Divine Feminine is coming in, okay? But I do feel for the most part Divine Feminine is embracing her towers as learning experiences and using them to break down what's left of her ego, okay? I also feel just a lot in general, a lot of illusions are being shattered right now, and that's where a lot of these towers are coming in here. They're moving situations forward. They are breaking down belief systems, things like that. So a lot is coming to light right now, especially regards the connection, but it regards karmic situations and things like that. So I'm getting a lot of aha moments for Divine Feminine right now, really using that intuition, really trusting that intuition, especially as regards the connection itself, okay? Still some slow movement though. I do feel a lot of Divine Masculines kind of dragging their feet, and a lot of it just has to do, again, with the holidays, okay? A lot of them are trying to focus on what's in front of them right now and their families, not wanting to create drama, and a lot of them are still really worried about finances. So a lot of them are still clinging on to situations that they're not happy in for financial reasons, okay? Now, to be fair, you know, this can be mirrored with Divine Feminine, okay? So as an example, you know, and it may manifest different, okay? So maybe you're staying in a job that you absolutely hate because the money's good, and you're staying there until you can figure something else out. In a way, it's the same thing. It's mirroring, okay? So Divine Masculine, if he's staying in a situation for money, where are you staying in a situation for money, Divine Feminine? Okay? That's just an example, all right? But we're always mirroring, and it does manifest differently between the twins, but the mirroring is still there. If you take a look at the situation and take a look at your situation, I guarantee you, you're going to see mirroring, okay? All right, let's take a look at Divine Masculine, see what's going on with him today. Yeah, okay, so I do feel a lot of them are very anxious because they want very, very badly to speak their truth. Really bad. To those around them, they want to express just how unhappy they are, and they want to come forward to Divine Feminine and tell her things as well, okay? Are they doing it? Remains to be seen, all right? A lot of them are just feeling very, very triggered right now, and they feel like no one understands them, okay? And that's part of where this dark night of the soul is coming in, where they feel very, very alone. They feel like no one understands them whatsoever. They feel like it's a battle between them and other people, right? And it's skipping, so divine truth, right? Okay, so they do feel like the world is against them right now, okay? And they don't have anybody to talk to about it. It's like they want to talk to Divine Feminine about it, but they don't want to feel vulnerable. And that's part of that ego that's coming in right there, right? And they're very overburdened by it, and they don't want to be anymore. They don't want to. Okay, so the intention is there. The action, they have free will, right? So it's really just going to depend on basically the towers that are coming in and how they react to those. But I do feel a lot of triggers with Divine Masculine right now, like a lot of triggers, again, surrounding the karmic situation, family, and things like that around this holiday season, okay? And they are feeling very overwhelmed by it, and very anxious and very trapped, okay? Because they know there's a decision that needs to be made right now. And it's like they don't want to take on the responsibility. It's like they know they have to, but they don't want to feel that hurt. They don't want to hurt anyone else, believe it or not, okay? So they just kind of sit there and hurt themselves, right? But a lot of them are manifesting their way out of situations. It's like they're focusing on it not being there anymore. That's manifestation. Focusing on the outcome, and the how will show itself. But at this point, it's like they're not really paying attention to source when it comes in with a how-to. It's almost like they're expecting a certain answer, right? Kind of like Divine Feminine does this a lot. So they're expecting a certain answer, so they ignore other answers, and they still feel trapped, okay? So ego, again, coming into play there, right? But the universe is trying to step in and help them in these cycles. And this particular card in this deck here always signifies to me a high-level commitment of some sort. So it could be marriage, could be, some sort of committed relationship, okay? But I do feel that cycles are ending within these situations here, okay? But Divine Masculine's really, again, just trying to cling on to control for the time being because, again, I'm getting financial codependence at this point right now. Financial codependence. They're not really quite sure what to do, and they're not ready to let go. But a lot of them are serving their karma too right now. So there are still lessons that are being learned here. And the cycles will end once the lessons are actually officially learned. Okay. Now some of them may actually be, I'm getting some are in divorce proceedings. Maybe some are actually in some sort of legal battle, legal trouble, that sort of thing. I'm getting someone in the collective, somebody's paying off restitutions or something like that, which is where this is coming from. Okay, they feel unlucky because they're having to deal with this. Okay, so that being said, again, serving the karma, there is the karma collector, that sort of thing, kind of coming in here. And they're trying to balance it out. They're really trying to weigh out the situation right now because they're not really quite sure how to move forward, okay? But I am getting a lot of emotion today from Divine Masculine, very back and forth, trying to suppress the emotions, especially being around family, if they're around family or other people, not really wanting to own up to what they're feeling or how they're feeling right now, trying to distract themselves with other things. Okay, let's take a look at Divine Feminine. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, looks like Divine Masculine's not the only one who's dealing with karma right now. Yeah, Divine Feminine. I'm feeling a lot of regret from Divine Feminine right now. Feeling some guilt coming in. Some remorse, definitely. Feeling loss. Feeling some serious loss right now. Okay? Divine Feminine trying to focus on her cup, trying to love herself now. Okay? And feeling fulfilled in that way. Loving herself and seeing the results of that. But at the same time, there is this longing here for things that she does not yet have. Okay? And so that's where manifestation comes in. But try to stay away from guilt and remorse, okay? Because those are negative vibrations. You don't want to be in a low vibration when you manifest, because then you'll manifest the negative things, right? So try to remember to keep focusing on your fulfillment, keep focusing on your happiness, okay? But I do feel Divine Feminine's also serving some karma right now, okay? Now, some Divine Feminines may also be in divorce proceedings, take it as it resonates, okay? Some Divine Feminines may also be in legal battles at this point, maybe custody battles and things like that, okay? But I feel, again, Divine Feminine trying to bring everything into balance, trying to focus on her happiness and trying to remember that the things that are falling away need to fall away, and that there should be no regrets, no no guilt whatsoever as far as that's concerned, right? And she's been focusing so long on filling her own cup, you know? But she doesn't feel like it's quite there yet, okay? And that's okay. But she's working on it, and I do feel some divine feminines may, especially around this time of year, you know, especially if you're with a karmic partner or in a karmic situation, may start feeling drained here because it's the season to give, right? So maybe you're kind of going out of your way to give back to someone because you feel like you need to, because it's the holidays and things like that. Now, keep in mind that it's okay to give back to someone, you know, it really is. Just make sure that you're not overtaxing yourself, that you're not draining yourself, and that you do have the right to say no, okay? As Jupiter 11:11 says, no is a complete sentence, right? So you can say no, okay? Don't forget to set your boundaries, all right? Don't let others drain you, okay? Don't let your karmic partner drain you. Don't let your divine masculine drain you, whatever. Don't let anybody drain you, okay? You feel the need to put up boundaries, put them up. All right, just remember to not block off everything, because especially if you're looking for answers from source or from your spirit team, you don't want to be so closed off that you don't get anything back. And look, we've got the King of Swords too, so divine counterparts here, okay? So divine masculine, I do feel, is recognizing the connection for what it is. He is understanding that divine feminine is divine feminine, and he is divine masculine. Okay, it's kind of hard to ignore. You know, I'm sure, you know, divine feminine understands this because she's probably been in that spot where she tried to ignore it and tried to make it go away, and it didn't, right? So I am feeling some divine masculines are coming into that truth here, okay? Now they're seeing divine feminine probably this way right now, okay? So they're reacting maybe accordingly. If divine feminine has put up her boundaries, he's putting up boundaries, all right? But I do feel a little bit of runner energy still with divine feminine right now. Feel a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety right now. Kind of pulling away, right? And I definitely feel some towers, like I said this earlier, that there are definitely towers also coming for divine feminine, but I feel like divine feminine is just in a different place when it comes to towers as far as dealing with them than divine masculine, okay? She just is. Now, that being said, there may be some crazy towers that happen just kind of out of the blue that do knock you off your feet. That has happened to me before. It doesn't matter how quote-unquote prepared you are for a tower. Sometimes they just come out of nowhere and they literally knock the wind out of you, okay? So just keep that in mind, but just remember to embrace them, okay? Because they are catalysts for change, and that's the whole point, okay? So try not to get too much in your head about your towers that are coming, all right? So I got some messages here. Okay. All right, let's get some messages and advice from Source today. I'm going to use the tea rose again because these are so pretty. I hope she makes more because I'll totally buy them. All right. Yeah, look at that. Divine Masculine knows who he is. And he knows who you are. Okay, so just trust that because it's true. All right, they're getting it. They're waking up. Yep, they feel the connection. They feel the connection all the time. Okay, don't let them fool you. And I love that deceptive energy, right? That King of Swords coming up, that deceptive, manipulative, secretive sort of thing, you know, coming in. But don't let them fool you. They get it. They're getting it. And you're always connected. And just remember that, okay? Like the 3D is an illusion. The 3D is an illusion. You're already connected. Okay? They're just trying to figure stuff out right now. And so are you, right? So you're still kind of in decision mode. Some of you are in hermit mode, just trying to figure out what you're going to do, right? All right? And that's okay. It's okay. Set your boundaries while you do that. It's perfectly fine. Everything is happening the way that it should, though, so just try to release control as much as possible. It's okay to go within and consult your spirit team on a decision. You know, I'm not saying that that's not okay, you know, but you still kind of want to go with the flow as much as possible, because if you spend too much time overthinking things, that's when the anxiety kicks in, that's when ego kicks in, you know? You want to stay in a high vibration, you want to follow your bliss. And if your spirit team is telling you to do something that's outside of your comfort zone, do it. Do it. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? There is no failure. Remember, there is no failure. There are only lessons. And, you know, if something quote unquote bad happens, I guess you learn a lesson, don't you? Right? What's wrong with that, right? But I do feel a lot of divine feminines are coming into that inner peace right now, inner balance, feeling at home within themselves for probably the first time in a very, very long time, if ever. Okay, understanding who they are, embracing who they are, loving who they are, and continuing that process. Okay, because it's helping you to grow. So you are growing, you are expanding. A lot of divine feminines are still going through ascensions right now, okay? So that could be part of where that anxiety is coming in, all right? But I definitely feel growth happening, growth and movement within these connections, okay? And I said this before, I'm going to say it again. I do feel a lot of unions, a lot of reunions are going to be happening within the next year, okay? Big self-reflection year for both twins and really for a lot of people, okay? Just in general. So do the best you can to stay grounded, okay? Especially this time of year. Alright, so I'm probably not going to do a video tomorrow. Tomorrow is Christmas. I'll be spending some time with my family. I will try to at least do a mini spread on my community tab for you guys and my Instagram, okay? I'm not going to do a private mini read session this coming weekend, okay, but I will resume them the first week of January, okay? So if you want to do a mini reading, if you want to participate in the mini reading session, definitely send me an email, divinepisces222@gmail.com, and I'll get you on the list. And I'm actually, because of, you know, it's actually a lot of work that I do. Usually the mini readings are anywhere between, it depends, it's anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes live, okay, because I really kind of tap into your energy when you're live. It's a lot easier for me to do that, and so sometimes I do get carried away, but I am upping the price to $20 after the new year, okay? So if you want to participate in a private mini reading session, send me an email, I'll send you the details, and we'll get you booked in, okay? Alright guys, I really hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.